bitch, I'm on the go. I got a money getting rack addiction. Need that shit for sure, my nigga. I was back up in the trenches waiting on the go.
What's up, y'all? It's Bands by the Bag. Welcome back to the channel, and we're going to talk about how to get this high-living credit cards. Y'all know what y'all here for. Everything with credit. Make sure y'all subscribe. I'm going to make sure y'all get there as fast as possible. We like to skip the line over here, right? We're not going to wait and find out old news or shit that's not going to help us get to this next level, right? We always trying to get to the next level, and the credit is the way to get there, right? So let's get straight into it. So a lot of people, when you applying for these credit cards, you know, you just willy-nilly applying for credit cards and you getting denied. This is hurting your score because you're getting inquiries on your credit report showing these other creditors that you're looking for credit, and maybe they denied you, they gave you a low limit, and it's not helping you at all. You want to make sure that you get the highest limits you can and make your inquiries as low as you can, right? You don't want to have a lot of inquiries when you go apply for credit, for a car, for a home, for a credit card, for a loan. They always looking at your inquiries. How much inquiries do you have when you go apply for these loans, right? So, or these credit cards or whatever pertains to credit, you want to make sure your inquiries are as low as possible. So I tell people the only glitch, the only way around this to make sure we get the highest limit is pre-qualifications, y'all. We got to pre-qualify. Well, pre-qualification lets them do a soft pull. A soft pull is they're gonna look at your credit report and not give you an inquiry, not give you a ding to your credit, right? Not show them that we're pulling from your credit report. They're just gonna look at it and it's a soft pull. It would not report to your credit report that you was looking for credit. The pre-qualification is the best thing that you could do, because for most banks, they'll tell you what they got to offer to you, if they even approving you, and if you want to, if the offer looks good and you want to go with them, you could pull that trigger. But at least you're not wasting your time willingly giving up the inquiry, putting it on your credit report, and then maybe they just deny you, and you just wasted your time. You just wasted the inquiry, and it's gonna get you a lesser bag or end up getting denied when you go to another bank. So we don't want that, right? So to pre-qualify, I'm gonna tell you a list of banks that help you when you looking to apply for credit cards with those banks, right? So pre-qualification, Truist, #1 bank, lets me pre-qualify with them if I'm looking for a credit card. So they're gonna tell you if you're approved or if you're not with Truist if you pre-qualify with them. Another bank, #1, Capital One. Listen, if you're just starting out into the credit game, try Capital One first, pre-qualify with them. They're most likely gonna give you a credit card. You know, if your credit is not jacked up, if you're new to credit, if you're looking to get a credit card, Capital One would give you a try, man. Try Capital One, pre-qualification. Another one, American Express. They pre-qualify. Their credit standards are higher. You know what I'm saying? You really want to have those 2 years in the game with your credit report to have them give you a credit card. So just make sure, you know, at least you have 2 years in the credit game with your credit and have those data points. And American Express might throw you a card. You know, Apple, they're also a good as credit card. They do pre-qualification and they use TransUnion. So if your TransUnion is high, I will go pre-qualify with Apple, see if they give you a card. Discover, you know, Capital One owns Discover now. So they're a good starter card too. Discover is a good starter card. They're like Capital One. They're going to give you a try if you're fresh into the credit game. Go apply with Discover. Go do a pre-qualification with Discover, and they might throw you a bag. You know what I'm saying? They might throw you a card. If you get approved too, make sure y'all drop this in the comments. You know, I'm telling y'all which banks, you know, to pre-qualify. It doesn't hurt your credit. You could do it right now. Everybody do it right now. This is not going to hurt your credit, and you're going to see if you're going to get approved with these people, right? So another one, PayPal. Some of y'all have PayPal. Some of y'all been moving money in your PayPal for all these years, and y'all didn't even know. They offer you credit cards, yo. Go pre-qualify with PayPal. They can see if they throw you a bag. Also, PayPal has been the #1 POS probably in the world. So they move a lot of money, bro, and they're giving you credit cards. And if you have PayPal for a while, they do have a pre-qualification. Go pre-approve with PayPal. Another one, Wells Fargo. They also do pre-qualification. I advise if you don't have Wells Fargo, don't really go with Wells Fargo. But if you've been banking with Wells Fargo, yeah, do a pre-qualification. You know, you've been moving money and your credit is pretty decent. You could go with Wells Fargo. My last one I'm gonna throw you out for the pre-qualification is Mission Lane. Mission Lane, you know, they're pretty decent too. If your credit is decent, if your credit is great, you could go with Mission Lane. Even if your credit is fair, pre-qualify is not gonna hurt you on your credit. It's not gonna report your inquiries on your report. Go with Mission Lane, see if they throw you a card. And if they throw you a card, like I said, drop it in the comments. But Mission Lane, they've been looking out. When I first started my credit, they threw me like a $600 credit card. And like I said, it's better to start off even with $600, keep using the card in 6 months, 4 to 6 months, ask for an increase, and keep increasing the card so you could have comparable credit. So now when later on, those banks that maybe denied you, you go back to those banks like, hey, look, I worked on my credit, increased my credit, now I need a credit file from y'all. And they're gonna be like, well, they gave them an increase, we can fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? Maybe we can fuck with you. Make sure you keep your inquiries low. Like I said, you want to keep those inquiries as low as possible, y'all. Y'all don't want to go keep applying for these cards looking thirsty with all these inquiries. Just pre-qualify. Pre-qualify is the wave. This list that I gave you should be your go-to every time. Even every time you build your credit, just go back to this list that I gave you. Pre-qualify. If they throwing you bags, everybody throwing you a bag, then you know your credit is a go, and you're gonna go and keep getting approved for these credit cards. And now stop wasting your time. Stop getting denied. You shouldn't get denied after this, because if somebody's pre-qualifying you, you know you're ready to go. I would say in here, for the most part, if they do pre-qualify you, they say it doesn't guarantee that you're gonna get approved, but for the most part, 9, 8 times out of 10, if you pre-qualify, you're gonna get approved. So you already know, man. It's Bands by the Bag. To the next one. Stay locked in. Get to this bag. Let's go.